Hey fam, Master Coach G here, thriving after 50, mind, body, soul. And in this week's episode, I am going to be sharing information with you about a challenge that we have coming up. Yes, it's called Reset Your Life in 21 Days. It starts August the 11th, 2025 at 5 a.m. in whatever time zone you're in. When 5 a.m. roll around, that's when it starts on August the 11th. So I have more information. I know that it's time for you to take control of your health. I know you're tired of feeling tired, walking in a fog and feeling stuck. So this episode, I am going to share information that's going to help you to get unstuck and get out of that fog. This is Master Coach G. I'll see you on the inside. Hey fam, Master Coach G here, thriving after 50, mind, body, soul. And in today's episode, I am going to be talking about a challenge that is going to be coming up here on August the 11th, 2025 at 5 a.m. with whatever time zone that you're in. And the challenge is called Reset Your Life in 21 Days. It's a wellness challenge for busy people like us, over 50, okay? I know that even though we may be over 50, there's still a lot of people that's over 50 that's still working, or entrepreneurs, or grandparents. So, we're always busy doing something. So I wanted to start this challenge to reset your life, to reset your health, okay? So if you are joining the challenge, you're here because there's something that is on the inside of you saying, you know what, it's time. It's time for me to take control of my health. It's time for me to stop feeling stuck. It's time for me to stop feeling sluggish. It's time for me to just feel better on a day-to-day basis. And I know that when you get to that place, I've been there, so I know what that feels like. You do want to feel stronger, and you do want to feel more alive. But in order to do that, you have to reset yourself. Okay. And it may have been a while for some of you. And I get that. I understand that. I personally just relocated back to Dallas, Texas from North Carolina. And so I took a week off from the gym. I got back on that Sunday, the 27th of July. I took off all of last week. I didn't go to the gym. I didn't do any type of, I did physical activity, but I didn't work out or anything. So I had to reset. I couldn't go back into the gym doing what I did before I left North Carolina. So I had to reset. And sometimes we do have to reset. But, here's the truth. Life doesn't slow down, because we're busy, and even though I was busy, getting settled in and everything, I was still, I had to be responsible and accountable for my health, even in the middle of that, and I know that it can be overwhelming, but that's why I created this 21 wellness challenge. That's why it was created. It was designed for people like us, people like us who's over 50, who's just ready for a fresh start, and I'm not saying you got to be extreme. The 4 principles are going to always stand. And if we can develop habits in those 4 areas, then you're jump-starting your way to better health. Okay. So that's really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a fresh start. Definitely with the 4 principles, the 4 pillars, if you will. So that way in developing better habits in that area, in those areas. Okay. And we all know what the 4 principles are. I talk about them all the time. Our sleep, our hydration, our diet, and our exercise. Those 4 things are the foundation to good health. So if we can build good habits around those 4 things, you will definitely see an improvement in your life. Okay. This challenge is simple. It's made to fit even the busiest lifestyle. Okay. There's no gimmicks. It's no, you don't have to compete with nobody. It's really just about you making your life better. We're not going to do a whole bunch of recipes and meal plans and all that. It's really just about building great habits, better health habits. That's really where it starts. When you have the mindset, because mindset and habits go together. Okay, but you got to have the mindset in order to create the better habits, so why 21 days? Number one, because it takes us 21 days to develop a habit. So it's going to take us 21 days to improve the habits that we have. If you only get 5 hours of sleep, we want to improve that. We want you to get a minimum of 7 hours. Okay. And because 21 days is really like a sweet spot, it's long enough to see real change, but it's short enough to stay laser focused. And that's the whole key to the 21-day challenge, because I don't want it too long. I could have did like a 6-week or 8-week challenge, but halfway through that, people kind of lose interest. So 21 days is kind of like a sweet spot. Again, it's long enough for you to see some changes, but it's also short enough for you to stay focused, and that's the key. A lot of people don't reach their health goals because they don't stay focused long enough. But this challenge is going to be able to help you with that, because in 21 days, you'll start to feel different. Your energy level will go up. Your mindset, your body, you're going to start to see changes even with the way that you think. Okay, so you'll prove to yourself that it's never too late to get back on track. And trust me when I tell you, it's never too late, because when I realized that I had to make some life changes, I was over 50. And it was extremely hard, because, I was overweight by 100 pounds. I had bad eating habits. I definitely wasn't hydrated. I got about 3 or 4 hours of sleep every night. Some nights I didn't get any sleep because of the job that I had. So I understand firsthand. But I also know that these 4 principles, along with the mindset and the habits, and being consistent with those things, is what has gotten me to the point where I am right now with my health. Okay, so I'm extremely, extremely blessed to have been, God downloaded pretty much that information to me, and I have been able to pass that along to other people. So let me give you a breakdown of the challenge, the 21-day challenge. Okay, first of all, this is not a boot camp. Okay, it's not where you have a restricted diet plan, or it's about resetting. That's what this is about. This is about resetting, and this is going to reset and touch every part of your life. Okay, especially the movement, the mindset, the nutrition, because what's going to happen is, when you start to feel better, you're going to start eating better. You're going to start getting more sleep. The activity that you do throughout the day, you're adding 30 minutes of exercise, and we're going to get to all that, but you're adding 30 minutes of exercise. So your body's going to feel a little more tired earlier in the evening. So that means you're going to get better sleep in the evening. So you see how it all works together, so the nutrition, you're going to say, oh no, I don't want to eat that. You're going to say that to yourself, because you're already your mindset is going to be where you want to change your eating habits. And of course, I'm always available to help you with that as well. But we don't want to start off with that. We just want to develop the habits of doing better with the habits that we already have. Okay. So we do want to start off with 15 to 30 minutes of exercise daily. Okay, because movement is important. Simple, low impact exercise that you can do at home or outside goes a long way. Okay, you do not have to go to the gym. I'm not telling nobody they got to be like me. I'm at the gym for 2 hours. You don't have to do that. To get results, you don't have to do that, because trust me, I did not lose 100 pounds by being at the gym. I walked off 100 pounds. I walked it off. I didn't go to the gym. I didn't go to the gym until I was comfortable. It's something about being overweight that makes you feel uncomfortable about yourself, that if you walk in the gym, at least for me, I do see some heavy people in the gym, but I just didn't have that kind of courage to walk into the gym when I was overweight. So, but then see, that's where my mindset had to change, because I knew eventually I had to get back, back in physical shape. So the mindset played a big part with that, of my resetting, so spend a good 5 to 10 minutes every single morning renewing your mind. Okay, you got to have a reset in your mind as well. Yes, the physical activity is good. Yes, the nutrition is good. Yes, the sleep is good. Yeah, but your mindset, you got to have a reset in your mindset. Okay. So, practice gratitude and mental clarity and different techniques that's going to help you to reset your mind. Some people like to meditate, some people like to pray. Whatever that thing is for you, do that so that you can have 10 to 15 minute mindset. I have a coach. He's also my business partner. He does a mindset call Monday through Friday. You might want to check him out. His name is Jefferson Green. He's on every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And he coaches us through mindset. And it's really, really good. I mean, I listen every single day, Monday through Friday. If I happen to miss it, I go back and listen to the replay. However, mindset reset is important, okay? Clean nutrition. Okay, so when I talk about clean nutrition, I'm talking about like whole foods, balanced meals, your fruits, your vegetables, your nuts, your grains, things of that nature. And of course, hydration is always a big part, because we are definitely still in the summer heat, and being hydrated is especially needed now that the heat, because people are having heat strokes. Okay. And I think I mentioned this maybe 1 or 2 podcasts ago. You need that extra hydration. I know people drink Gatorade and Powerade and all that. That stuff is garbage. And I don't drink it. Actually, I never really did drink Gatorade or Powerade. But I do have access to a product that's called Sustain, and it is I call it hydration on steroids. Because it actually has three different things that's included. You have the extra hydration, and then you have the antioxidants. You have the blueberry pomegranate, which it has a lot of antioxidants. So you get in the double whammy there, if you will. So I drink the Sustain blueberry pomegranate because I love the flavor, and it definitely keeps me hydrated. I drink it all day long, especially in the summertime, just to stay hydrated. Here's the thing about the 4 principles is that when you have active habits, you actually are prolonging your life. Okay, little changes to get you moving more daily, and whether it's walking or stretching or dancing or swimming or cycling, whatever it is, just do that. Those things are important. And I also want to integrate some supplements. Now, I think I did a podcast, probably last year, about supplements and how important they are. Here's the thing about supplements is that we do not get all the nutrients that we need and the minerals that we need through our food. We just don't. We have to understand that, I was sharing with my husband's aunt, my aunt as well, that, how I grew up. We had peaches and plums and cherries and apples and pecans and strawberries and grapes and watermelon and cantaloupe and peanuts. We grew all that stuff. We ate from the land. That stuff was probably as pure as you can get, because we planted the seed, we tended to them, we nurtured them, all the fruits and vegetables, and then we harvest them. So that was good food. Because now when people say organic, to me, my concept, because I grew up on organic. Okay, when it can go from the ground to your sink to your stove, that's truly the meaning of organic. Okay, there's no processing, there's nothing in between the ground and the stove except for the water, which is where you clean your fruits and vegetables. Okay, so it should go from the ground or the tree or the plant or whatever it is, because we had tomatoes and cucumbers and you name it, and we grew it. Okay, peas and corn and beans, we grew all that stuff. So it was in its purest form. So yes, I ate healthy, but nowadays the food is not as pure as it was then. So we're not getting all the nutrients and the minerals that our body needs. So I do highly recommend supplements, because supplements is one of the things that's going to help you to see results quicker. Okay, because your body has a deficiency in certain areas, and supplements will definitely help you to replenish those where you have your deficiencies at. So yes, I do have some products that I am highly recommending through this challenge because I know the benefits of it. So joining the challenge is great, but I still want you to look at the possibility of getting some supplements, okay? Whether it's protein, whether it's supplements in general, whether it's the sustain for hydration, whether it's something to help you sleep, whatever it is, that you're going to need that, okay? So yes, I want you to make sure that we are all on the same page because you want to see results. You want to see results. And to see the results in 21 days, you're going to need that, okay? So you don't need any fancy equipment. You don't need hours of free time. You just need to commit to showing up for yourself every day. In small ways. It don't have to be anything big because there is a benefit to you experiencing this 21-day challenge, okay? So let's talk about some of the reasons why you're here and the results that you want to feel and see in the 21 days. Some of you may want to lose weight, okay? So yes, we can probably do a detox. Now, I know that some of you will probably need to, kind of communicate with me personally, whether, you want to talk about detoxing or, what you should eat or what in order to be able to see the best results. And I will definitely be available for that. But understand that we don't do crash diets here. I don't even believe in dieting, honestly. I've never been on a diet, so of any kind. I just kind of eat clean, watch what I eat, and, that's pretty much it. But all that dieting stuff that, because people yo-yo with that, and that's not good for you. But we do want to make sure that we're getting the right nourishment for our bodies and the food that we need because our food is our fuel. Okay, so we need to understand that. Okay, and we want to make sure that we have mental clarity and that we can stay focused because sometimes being busy, doing a whole bunch of things can keep us in a brain fog. Okay, so the better that we eat, the more supplements and things of that nature that we take to make up for the missing links in our food, we'll start to feel better. We'll start to be able to move better. We'll be able to sleep better, and all those things are important, because you want to make sure that you have mental clarity because you know what? There's a lot of things that we have to do, a lot of decisions that we have to make, and we want to make sure that we are focused and have a clear mind to be able to do those things, okay? Creating habits that stick. Okay, that's why we're going to take 21 days. We got to have the 21 days in order to create the habits that we need to create in order to live the life that we want to see and feel. Okay, so you're not just doing this for 21 days just to build habits. We're doing this so that we can build habits that will last a lifetime. Okay, because this really is about a lifestyle. Okay, so we want it to be a lifetime of habits, of good habits, of building good habits that's going to carry us forward because guess what? We're getting older every year. This year I'm going to be 68. And I know if I don't keep my good habits going, that, I'm going to start to feel it. Okay. Because even when I didn't work out last week, I found my muscles started getting tight, especially in my joints. So, I had to get back into the gym and do a lot of stretching and things of that nature. So, yeah, getting older, it does affect your movement. However, that's why we have to stay, we got to stay busy with doing some type of activity throughout the day. Okay, I highly recommend walking. It's free. I know that it's still hot, but get out either early in the morning as the sun is coming up or late in the evening, and always walk with someone so that you're fully you're protected. But walk 15 minutes in any direction and come back, and you just walk 30 minutes. Easy peasy. If you do that every single day and stay consistent with it, you will see changes even in a 21-day span. Okay, you want to be able to increase your energy and your vitality because we are getting older. Okay, but as long as we can stay consistent, then that's when we'll see the change. Because again, you'll start to feel better, you'll start to eat better, you'll drink more water. All the 4 principles that I always talk about, those things are going to definitely improve. Okay, so and I understand that you're not going to feel motivated every single day to do this. I get that. However, during the challenge, I will be posting in my page, something to keep you going, something to keep you motivated, something that you can read every single day that is going to make sure that you stay right on track. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that, but I want you to have confidence in your health journey. Okay, this is a special kind of confidence that's coming from you keeping your promise. You can keep your promise to yourself. Okay, make sure that you stay true to you. All right. And I know that, that you're over 50, and some of you may not be over 50. However, I want you to take this challenge serious. Okay. I really want you to take it serious because guess what? We are getting older, whether you're 50, 40, 30, every single day we're getting older. Okay. We are aging every single day. And yes, your body changes after 50. Your metabolism slows down. Your joints need more care. It takes longer to recover. But aging doesn't have to have you feeling sluggish and tired and out of shape. It does not. Okay, so that is the point of this challenge, and I appreciate everybody who is going to partake in the challenge. Thank you for participating. You will get more information about the challenge. And thank you again for caring enough about your health that you realize that it's time to do something about it. And this reset your life in 21 days, I think is going to be just what you need in order for you to have a complete and total reset and going forward so that you can not just survive, but that you can thrive even after 50. This is Greta Ross, but hey, before I get out of here, I want to give a shout out to all my listeners around the world. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for joining me here on Thriving After 50, Mind, Body, Soul. So let me give a shout out to my listeners here in the United States, Canada, Australia, Russia Federation, China, Mexico, Belgium, Ireland, South Africa, Brazil, Nigeria, United Kingdom, Germany, France, Bangladesh, Ukraine, Kuwait, India, Hong Kong, Dominican Republic, Philippines, Barbados, Saudi Arabia, Spain, Japan, Netherlands, Pakistan, Indonesia, Portugal, and we just added Singapore and Peru. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me here on Thriving After 50, Mind, Body, Soul. And if this episode has been a blessing to you, please share it with someone. I need all of you to participate in the challenge. I am going to have information that is going to be on the site with the podcast. So please check it out. And hey, let's all get fit together. Master Coach G here, Thriving After 50, Mind, Body, Soul, and I will see you on the next level.